Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking that time for Jamison Williams. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. An out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The Raiders at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys 31. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll go down at the 28. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Back to Walker on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A fifth rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
2nd and 13. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And Xavier Worthy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And Xavier Worthy with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking second and a third down.
You don't see that a ton, do you, with a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But, Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And his throw here is incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 21-0 our score after one. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Second down and inches. His throw incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success, might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 11.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
DeMarvion overshown, the one to bring him down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I think completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
But we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even an offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
What, do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
That is caught.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time 1st half chance.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Third down and 6.
They're going to look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Ferguson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Throw out wide to Walker.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll look to throw again.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Back to throw again.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And his kick here is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Here's Walker to start the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And Walker once more. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
They'll set up a throw.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first carry for their fullback. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
Down to the 25.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
A 52-yard attempt.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
He'll look to throw.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Malik Neighbors.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Raiders 28, Cowboys 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. He'll drop to throw.
That's caught right side by Worthy.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll set up to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Not liking the look, they'll change the play.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Again, it's Walker.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Down the right sideline.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Toss left side for Walker.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Second and a couple. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd down and 6 now. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. 63 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Raiders, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Set. Ready. Hut, hut. Let's go now. On the double. Hut. Set. Ready. Here we go. Set. Get up. Set up. Ready. Down. Go. Ready, ready. Check go. Let's go. Ready, ready. Ready. Hut, hut. Come on, set. Hut. Set. Ready. Here we go, here we go. Set up. Ready. Ready. Ready, ready! Go! Set! Ready! Set, go! Let's go now! Ready, ready? Set! Hut, go! Here we go, set! Ready, ready? Set up! Hut, hut! On the set! Hut! Ready? Set. Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Set. Ready. Hut, hut. Let's go now. Hut. Set. Ready. Okay, break. Set, go. Ready, break. Set up. Here we go, set. Set up. Okay, ready. Ready. Set up. Hut up. Ready, set. Hut go. Down. Go. Let's go. Check go. Come on, set. Ready, ready. Set. Hut, hut. Here we go, here we go.